Hi, Eric.
Hey, Matthew, how are you?
Fine. It's so nice of you to do this.
Well, I'm glad you're using it so much. It's awesome to see folks getting excited about it. It seems like your sessions are always very well booked up, which is great to see.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great thing because I hate giving advice because I could do for hours, But it's so the thing, the 10-minute man, and I'm able to help people enough, I feel, and give them real good stuff, and I learn. See, I mean, to me, what's great about this, I could give an answer to anything. I just don't know the goddamn questions. This is why I wear the question mark suits,
yeah. Well, hey, it's a funny thing. Like I've had chats with people as far away as Nepal and in as high up places as the White House, which I would have never had without this service. Which, for me, was really cool. Like I talked to this person who goes, "Yeah, and just full disclosure, I work in the office of the president in the White House," and I'm like,
"Oh, you do? I see. Oh no."
And I'm sitting there going, like, I normally don't have conversations with people. That's kind of rare, So, we have a lot of work to do to get, the biggest challenge with this site right now. So just to give you a sense for the two big things that are happening, the first edition that we have is this Teams offering so that universities and businesses and tourism groups and so on can use it as an organization. So that we're just finishing up. We're hoping to have that live. For the
first what is that? How are you using that then? What would that mean?
Well, the big thing will be that if, let's say you're at, one of our first clients, it looks like will be Tourism Vancouver. And what they'll be able to do is any travelers who want to hear about Vancouver one-on-one from Vancouver reps can to vancouver.officehours.io and have conversations there. And we see a lot of applicability for universities where profs have to be on campus to give office hours, but sometimes they have remote students and so on.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. And then after that, the next really big one is to build in this feature called Streams. And so what that will be is a lot like your feed in LinkedIn, but customizable so that you don't end up with all the junk. And so people will be able to promote their podcast here, their YouTube videos, they can post for gigs, they can post jobs. So what we're trying to do is build a really full professional network within which people help one another and build these connections. So there's a lot of work to do, but this first part, like you've been using, that seemed to be the most important part to get functioning first. So
where are you located, Eric?
We're in Vancouver.
Oh, okay, you're in Vancouver. And do you have a revenue stream yet on this or not?
The Teams part will be where the revenue starts to come. So
I see, right.
What we see is that basically for every organization, there's a minimum charge of $25 a month to lock down their subdomain, and then they'll pay per user $5.
Per user, how many?
So per member.
I see.
So if you have a tiny organization with 5 people, you pay a maximum of $25 a month. If you're at Harvard and you have 1,200 faculty, it's as many faculty as are online. So, and for them, what that does is give them, it cuts any long distance phone call costs and things like that.
So would that be like a Skype thing almost for them, or what?
It could be. And again, I think the big advantage of it over Skype will be like what you're experiencing, that with a 10-minute time limit.
Absolutely.
They can have a prospective student call, but not take an advisor's whole afternoon.
Right. Now, the other thing go ahead. What?
Oh, you were saying that you felt that you'd like to start charging for sessions. And
yes.
I just wanted to hear more about. Do you see that as kind of that for people who want to talk past the 10 minutes? Is that kind of
yes? Or to me, what I would do. I don't know what I sell. I used to sell reference books and did very well at it, and nobody buys information that way. So to me, it's like trying to figure out how to sell, in the new economy. And so to me I would probably do it as have a certain amount of free things like I do now, and then for people who want more or longer or can't, they could pay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And how would you see that? Do you have a sense for, what you would want to charge for that? it's going to be a while before we can tackle that. But
Yeah.
something that we've thought about is like
Right.
a pro account. So you could say that you could set your own rates even, or you could set session length. Or any
Yeah,
of
no,
those
I
other
would,
pieces.
I would think it'd be, you set your rate, because,
Yeah.
because if you, I'd be different, and I'd be screwing around with rates. I don't know what to charge. I'd be just seeing,
Yeah, what the threshold is. Yeah, for sure.
right. And it would be, see, you're an academic, and that's different stuff, and I'm more commercial, and I love doing things for free, but I can't. It's not sustainable, so I got to figure this other stuff out.
Totally, yeah.
But
yeah.
now the other thing, see, what you're saying too is nice. If I had this, it sounds like I could have this on my website. So if you remember my website, you can get me or somebody, 10 minutes worth like this, which is sort of, and that's what you're doing now for like universities, right?
Yeah, and it would still live on office hours, but they'd have this kind of
I see.
custom page here that was their branding and such.
I see. And then they would, to get in, to log in, I see. They don't need anything to log in. See, I'm trying to think that if I charge somebody for a membership on my website and included you, see, that's probably a little more difficult on your end, but that, just an options. I don't know what the hell's really viable anyway, so.
That's what we're trying to figure out as well.
Yeah. So are you guys venture money? Is that how your startup money?
No, we're sweat equity. We
good
we
for
have a
you.
design studio.
Don't you know somebody who can do this longer? Eric? You there?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Glitches.
Yeah, boy, I'm talking to the boss and it gets all screwed up. That's what
I think we're having a hosting issue that's causing some problems. I logged in earlier and I was getting completely unable to load problems.
yeah, it doesn't matter. No, it's very. No, I think it's terrific. 'Cause 10 minutes. Boy, and people are prepared. It's, and I'm able to solve them just as easily as in an hour. That's how I feel. Tell you the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how that time limitation does seem to accelerate things, and also like I ran into what you're talking about. I would help design students, and we'd sit down for an hour or two, and my whole day was shot.
Exactly.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah. And see, I really want to learn what questions are. And here's what I do. I videotape this, and I'm going to ask you at the end if I could use this. And if you don't want it, don't worry. But see, and then I use the answers I'm giving to people. I put on YouTube and show. People just hear the other person and not see, and they don't even know the name or anything. They just hear a voice asking a question. Yeah. But I'm giving the answer, so I'm able to leverage.
Yeah, to multiply that content.
Right.
Cool.
Exactly.
I think the only thing I'd be cautious of there is just to make sure that folks are comfortable with that, because I know folks often ask if we
I ask each one afterwards. I send them a note, and I think I've had one that said no, and everybody's very enthusiastic about sharing. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, we've seen that a lot. Where it's one of the thoughts we've had for the service as well, is to add the option where people can basically open source the discussion. So if you find that you're repeating the same answer over and over again, the same question.
I see.
Could you share that in one spot, and then folks can see that content without having to even have a session necessarily?
That's interesting. Yeah. Well, I have all mine on YouTube. I don't have them categorized yet. I guess I can. There's not a whole lot, but that's interesting. No, I learn what I know. That's what I love about this stuff.
Yeah.
I used to travel doing talk shows around the.
You grab more,
And to hear what people want. Like you could do a website on anything. You just don't know what the hell to put it on or what it is. Yeah. And me too.
Yeah. It's an interesting exchange of ideas and so on. And
Yeah.
I find that with writing. Anything I write, I get a stronger knowledge of
Yes.
just by having to think things through like that.
Exactly, right. You can't just sit at the end of the bar and complain about something. Yeah, you got to think it through.
Yeah, once it's that, it becomes solid. So
Yeah.
we're going to get cut off very
Yeah.
shortly, but if you have, I know you're using the site a lot, so if you run into any problems, let me know. Or if
Okay.
you want to talk more, please
Yeah.
let me know, because from folks who use it the most, I really want to get that feedback.
Great. Well, thank you, Eric. Thanks for checking in, and I'll be here if you need something. Okay.
Thanks, Matthew.
Okay.
Your session has ended. Please take a moment to rate this session.